Remember when Tinder changed the game? Well, hold on to your asses, interwebs, because Standing in Fire Incorporated is changing it again. Introducing Boom's Tapper, the world's first application which allows you to show your love for games. Who needs a physical companion when sharing your digital love is much more important this day and age? This is the 21st century, after all. As the app's creator BoomTap always says, what a great time to be a gamer.
Welcome to Interviews with Minus,
Wait, do you really want me to say this?
Yeah, just say the line.
the greatest talk show in Terminus.
What is going on, everybody? So first of all, everybody, please welcome. Thank you for showing up tonight. If you haven't been to an Interviews with Minus, it's not so much about Minus. It's about the person we're going to interview tonight. But more than anything, it's about the chat. So I really want to see you guys rock this chat out, asking questions. Fire it up. We'll stop right in the middle of whatever we're doing. So the way the format of this works, if you haven't been here before, is we're going to go over some news and notes, some relating to Pantheon, some relating to community, and then just some relating to some of the pop culture stuff. And then we're going to jump into our first ever live interview. We're actually going to be interviewing Hayah tonight live. It's pretty exciting. Now, the one thing I do want to say is that we will be doing this as our finale, and the reason is because we're going to put the live show here on hold for a little bit. We're going to bring it back in the future, a new set, new features. We are going to spice it up a bit and get a better schedule out there so that we can ensure that every show is live. We actually don't want to just have a couple live shows and some recorded interviews. So that's coming in the future, but in the meantime, we have a couple projects we're going to work on. One in particular, I'm really excited, where I'm going to try to dig into the history of some of the MMOs, brief histories of some of the more impactful MMOs, and go through that, so you guys will see some other content from us still outside of our regular Thursday videos. And this Thursday, we're actually going to be talking about guilds. I actually really enjoyed this video. You'll see it out Thursday, probably in the morning or in the afternoon. But excited to put that out there. And then in the future, we're actually going to be talking about having 12 skills. We're going to be recording that video this weekend. We were fortunate enough to actually get Brad to respond to a question that enabled us to actually make that a topic. So we're pretty excited about it. So before I jump into the news here, some important things. First of all, welcome to everybody in chat. Just looking down to see who I have here. Baz, welcome in. Sully, you are always awesome. Thank you for being here. We have Chris in here. We have Mika. Mika, welcome to the second show. And Stone, thank you for jumping in. Said he just subscribed, so awesome stuff there. We have Skeleton Jack, who I love having around, who I love chatting with. We've had some really good talks. And hopefully we keep getting more people in. Abigail, I see you there. So one of the important things, Larry Fowler, I know you're there, so if you hear this, go ahead and give a shout out down there. But Larry Fowler has become a thing of legends on our live shows because he dropped quite possibly one of the best dad jokes about necromancers. So because of Larry Fowler, tonight we will be giving out the coveted Larry Fowler Award. So the best dad joke in chat tonight will actually get the Larry Fowler Award. So chat, you guys will help us award that too by the end of the show. So what we're going to do, let's go ahead and jump right into the news. Then we'll jump into an interview with Hayah, and we'll continue to interact with you guys down there. Now, keep in mind, there is a slight delay of probably about 15 seconds or so. So if we don't respond right away, we will. So don't worry about that. So let's go ahead and let's jump into the news. So first and foremost, I think the biggest news is that the newsletter is coming. It's tomorrow. So we are excited to know that content is coming. And what's funny is we are getting blocked stuff here from Dayhawk. They don't like you. They're trying to block your content. YouTube is trying to censor you. We won't allow that to happen here. Mike, welcome in. So again, the newsletter is coming out tomorrow, and there's some hype, right? We've heard from the Co-Carnage side of things that there's a stream coming. Will we see it in the newsletter? Are we going to hear more about pre-alpha phase 5? There's a lot of people that want more. They want more meat and potatoes from this content. So what's important here is that we need to make sure we don't overhype a newsletter. We're all so excited about Pantheon that a newsletter comes out and we're like, oh my God, a newsletter. And it leads to some disappointment. I get it, guys. I want to see more. I do think we'll see a little bit about the next pre-alpha phase here, or at least a little bit about the Code Carnage stream, and maybe we'll get some light if we're going to see Project Farenthal in there, which would be really cool. Don't get yourselves overhyped for the newsletter. Get excited to read it, but don't let it beat you up. We got a long wait here. We're probably going to be waiting to play Pantheon for a year and a half-ish. So don't get yourself hyped up. Let's get excited for the video. I wish we would have had it for tonight so we could have talked about it, but we'll get a video or something up. Basgrim, Nathan, they handle it really well, so I'm sure you guys will see something pretty good there. And speaking of Basgrim, so I did want to throw out there that Basgrim put up a new video today. Pretty cool. He actually was interacting with some of the patrons that subscribe to him and answering questions that he's gotten. It was a really cool format because we're used to seeing, Basgrim's probably one of the more polished content deliverers. He takes a long time to research his stuff, so he doesn't overload with content, but it was really cool to see him in more of a relaxed, casual setting, similar to that first interview with Minus. Really cool video if you haven't checked it out. Something a little different from Basgrim. Basgrim, we really liked it, so we hope we see more of that, man. And I'm sure that everybody else will also say the same. So let's go ahead and jump into the next thing here. So I wanted to share this. This is kind of cool to me. This is a poll that we actually did on Pantheon.plus. If you haven't been to Pantheon.plus, you guys will find content there from a ton of great content creators. Again, you guys know the list. They're all here. You see all the icons there. You see the Battle Axe bot. We also just added Mika, who's in chat. So Mika, welcome to Pantheon Plus. We're putting his videos out a little slower so you guys can catch up on some of the ones he's already made. But you guys will see him on there. So Mika, welcome. But what we wanted to talk about was if you're on Reddit a lot, and I think Reddit and Discord are probably the two that discuss this topic the most, is that they talk about, EverQuest lovers love Pantheon, right? And we know that. I'm an EverQuest fan. Hayah is an EverQuest fan. A lot of you guys are EverQuest fans. The big thing I would tell you is that don't push away the World of Warcrafters. There's this negative vibe sometimes on Reddit. There's this negative vibe sometimes on Discord where, we're saying, oh, WoW people aren't going to like this game. Keep something in mind. WoW is failing right now. WoW is losing subscribers left and right. From BFA decisions, from just a lot of different bad decisions that they made. So the important thing here is that you have to understand that there are a lot of Warcraft players coming that don't want Warcraft, right? So a lot of us, we've been EverQuest fans. We've played the more difficult MMO. We've played the non-instanced dungeons and raids. And some of these people have, like myself, and then jumped into World of Warcraft. And, now we want something different. Yes, in my heart, I love EQ. That's going to be my game. But there's a lot of World of Warcraft fans that are jealous or not jealous, but are envious of the people who've had this type of gameplay experience. So I really, really do think that you guys should, let's go a little easier on the World of Warcraft players. Let's welcome them in because I think there'll be a lot of good players that want something more than they've gotten. Plus, if you look at our poll results here, which we're well aware that our poll results come from mega fans of Pantheon, people who have pledged, people who have been invested for a while. So, our polls are really the dedicated fan. And when we did this, you can see that 39%, if not a little bit more than that, are actually from playing WoW more than anything. So it's a pretty exciting thing to look at. We may see a nice influx of player base. So WoW, don't get me wrong, not everyone who plays WoW is going to love Pantheon. I think there'll be a nice chunk of people who do. So really important there. Let's welcome everybody in, guys. That's what the Community Matters is all about. It says it right down there. Community matters, and the more people in that community that we can bring on board together, the better. So let's go ahead and get less serious here. It's time for BoomTap Gaming. So BoomTap, every week we cover what BoomTap is playing. We've gone across a couple different games where he's claimed they're the best games ever. But BoomTap's new thing is he declared on social media that he is done buying games. He's saving money. He's going to get his gaming laptop set up. He's done buying games. And then this tweet came out. $10 to start playing Black Desert. Doesn't sound too bad. Get it together, man. No more games. We can only assume that does in fact mean that over the next few days, BoomTap will be playing Black Desert. And I won't lie, myself and Chris Kane are kind of prodding him a little bit to give it a shot. I'm kind of doing it so that we still have content, but Chris plays it, he says it's pretty good. So, in other news, one of the things that the team that works with Boom Tap, Standing in Fire podcast, who was also featured in our advertisement. If you didn't see the advertisement or you made it in late, stick around after I interview Hayah. We will jump back to that so that you guys can, in fact, see that. I think it's a really funny one. I liked it a lot. But, one of the things that Standing in Fire talks about is being hashtag Pantheon patient. And the important thing with Pantheon patient is if we're playing other games, it'll help us be a little more patient. I'm going to tell you guys that myself, I'm not playing enough games right now. I just am getting lost in content creating and talking and researching. So I took a step back and just randomly downloaded a game on Steam the other day. And I picked up Grim Dawn. I'm sure there's a lot of you that have probably played this. It's been out for a little bit. It's a Diablo style, loot dropper. But it is absolutely phenomenal. So I'm actually really enjoying it. It has a pretty cool class system. It's very dark. If you like the Diablo style games, seems like it has a good story so far. It doesn't hold your hand very much. So, Zach down here says mostly talking is what he does. Can confirm. Fantastic. So thank you for that, Zach. So Grim Dawn is, pretty good. So again, Hayah is from Canada. I'm from Florida. So it wouldn't be interviews with Minus if we didn't figure out what's going on in those two places. So let's go ahead and start with Canada. So there's some controversy in Canada right now, and you guys may not be able to read that, so I'm going to read it to you. So this is a new stamp that Canada put out, and it's a famous Canadian treat called the Nanaimo bar, which I think I'm saying wrong, and Hayah can correct me when we bring him up. But here's what the story says here. So Canada Post has received backlash over the incorrect depiction of a beloved Canadian treat on their new stamp. A Nanaimo bar is normally about 45% crumbly base, 45% custard filling, and 10% chocolate ganache icing. Too much custard equals hashtag NanaimoGate. Behold the offensive image. This is why we love Canada. If you look at things going on in America, it's racism, anger, politics, he said, she said, me too, you too. You can keep going on forever. But in Canada, they have their priorities straight. If you're going to put a nationally loved treat on a stamp, you better get that shit right. So Canada, priorities. Good job. So let's go ahead and jump over to Florida. That's my home state at the moment. And let's talk about a current Florida man. So Florida man here disguises himself in a bull costume as he tries to burn down a former lover's house with pasta. I can't make this stuff up. Look, there's the news clip. Men use spaghetti sauce in burglary plot. I don't know. We need more Canada here in Florida, apparently. All right, guys, so that is going to wrap it up with my news and notes. I didn't cover Game of Thrones. We were talking about it, and then I'm like, what if I spoil something for somebody? Here's all I'm going to do for Game of Thrones. If you have seen Game of Thrones, I'm going to take one character and the entire progression of their character right now. Everybody, this is my impression of Bran. And I'm going to make a meme out of that. And every time you think somebody says something weird, just imagine someone standing there like this. I don't know what they're thinking with Bran. I'm not a fan. I wouldn't mind seeing him die. Just going to say. Okay, so everybody, we are actually now going to kick into our live interview. I will be talking a little bit less, so I will make sure to keep up with chat a little bit more. So keep it up. You guys are doing awesome down there, and we'll get caught up a little more. So everybody, I'm really happy to introduce to you guys Minus. Hi, I'm Minus. Nice to meet you. I'm really happy to introduce actually my partner in crime here. Without Hayah, there'd be no Pantheon Plus. He is the person that keeps me in line, keeps me in check, and keeps me just angry enough to keep going. So he does a great job. So without further ado, everybody, we got Hayah here. So Hayah, welcome.
Hey.
Welcome to the show. I don't think you've gotten a full tour of this set yet.
I have not gotten an official full tour, no.
We were working on a contract dispute. You know, we already have him... We already have Hayah in weekly videos, and I got to be honest, his demands are insane. You know, football
my
helmets.
rider list is huge.
Yeah, he always needs maple syrup. Like no matter what we're doing, Be
Yeah.
like, hey, I want to
Yep.
record. Can I get maple syrup?
Yep.
Yeah, I need
Gotta be there.
And if I try to send him like Mrs. Butterworth or something, I get yelled at because he's from Canada. It has to be real. So we're both rocking some oversized drinks tonight. He's got the
Oh,
yeah. How many beers are in there?
now 2-ish, but it fits 4.
I got about a half a bottle of wine here. So let's get out of here. So Hayah, you've seen the show, I think. Probably not, since the contract disputes.
No, I don't watch your shows when I'm not involved. It's not my thing,
I don't really blame you. I probably wouldn't either. So if I didn't have to be here, thank God the chat here does. So have we had any good dad jokes yet? Did you see any while you were in wait? Have we had anybody going for the Larry Fowler Award?
Not yet. I haven't been on chat in the last minute or two because I've been nervous as all hell. But before that, no, I haven't seen any bangers as far as dad jokes go.
All right, so guys, shout out those dad jokes. Ping them at me so I can see them at Pantheon Plus there.
Get at him.
Yeah, ping it at me, brah. So this interview will be our first live one. We're going to go through it the same way. Now, here's something you guys should know about these live interviews. Everybody says exactly what Hayah just said. I'm really nervous. And then we get into it, and it's two friends sitting on a couch drinking. We want you guys drinking with us. So let's kick some ass here. And Solly, I see what you just said there. If you can take home the dad joke, that's legendary. Because don't forget.
That's it.
Yeah, because Bruce Jenner took away Woman of the Year. It's time for you to take dad joke. I'm just saying, I think it would even things out. Right? Is that not PC enough? Can we not say that here?
No, we're good.
I need like a background guy that's just like, no, we're good. We're good.
No.
Okay.
You need to do with the clipboard going.
I had that picture of you. Okay, so
You did.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and let's start with question 1. Guys, please take part. This is our season finale. The questions are probably going to change when we do come back. So if you haven't answered these questions, throw up your stories in chat. We'll read some of them. And we're just going to have a good time tonight. There's no time limit on this. If you guys are having fun, we're having fun. Let's kick some ass. Let's just do this. Hey, yeah, let's just do this.
Do it.
Are you ready?
I think so.
Okay. Why do you play MMORPGs, bro?
Truest answer I can give you because I've been doing it for so long. Let's go into more detail on that. I play MMOs because of the social factor, the finding friends. I don't think I'd know you had it not been for MMOs, and that would be a sad place to be.
Aw, guys, that's on camera. He said something nice about me.
But
can someone clip that? Okay, go ahead.
But it would also be a less aggravating place to be. All that said, it's the social interaction. It's I'm a fan of world building and lore. MMOs just seem to shine very well in those. I'm not saying other games don't. And it also gives you, for lack of a better term, a leaderboard to improve on with your own character stats panel. I like that.
I was gonna start harassing you for the leaderboard comment until you brought light to it being your own. I like that.
That's my thing for me.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I'd still harass you if you're into leaderboards. If you're like, I just want to be at the top of the leaderboards.
No.
Call of Duty, bro.
No,
dad joke. We have a dad
Roblox.
joke. We have a dad joke from Solitude.
Okay.
A furniture store keeps calling me. All I wanted was one night stand. Hey, it's the only one. It's winning.
Yep.
It's winning.
So far, it's the
Sully,
it's the
you're in the
winner.
lead, and you guys can until the end here, until we cut off the Larry Fowler Award. You can do multiple attempts. You can back yourself up.
Are we eligible? Are me and you eligible for this award as well?
I can't be eligible. I destroy everybody. I frequent
okay.
one dad. Nice one dad. Now I'm gonna ruin that. People are gonna be on there. I'll know if it's from there.
Yeah.
I'm there.
The trick though is making a dad joke in context. That's the thing.
Used to do that in raids a lot. So yeah, I hear you, man. You did bring up a good point, man. If it wasn't for MMOs, I wouldn't know you. And I have spent the last, how long has it been now? I mean, I knew you before my daughter was born. I was playing
just after.
No,
Just after, and this is how it resonates in my mind was that I met you in Blade and Soul, and we had a super long, like extremely long conversation about you were looking for a place to hang out with some good people because you were off on your paternity leave or some such, or it was coming up maybe.
Yeah.
But you had a lot of free time and you were down for it.
Yeah. And I remember being in the delivery room playing Blade and Soul on because my wife was induced, right? So we were there for about 48 hours. And I remember when she was sleeping, I was just sitting there on my laptop, and then we had to stay. You have to stay another 48 hours once the baby's born. So I just when she was trying to sleep or the baby was sleeping, I was just playing Blade and Soul on my Razor. So it was kind of crazy that's how it all was. So we had a couple here. What's brown and sticky? A stick. That's not quite a dad joke.
I veto the joke. It's
vetoed. Okay, another one here from Dayhawk. All right, I don't know why I call him that. Dayhawk. I think that's how you say it. Dayhawk. Aren't all necromancers nerds? I mean, they live with their mummies. It's funny, but the necromancer one. I think we have a new leader. Hayah almost spilled his beer, so
I think that takes it. Yep.
Yeah. So right now we have a new leader here. So good job. There you go. All right. So perfect. Yeah. What I was saying is, it's MMOs are definitely. I mean, some of the people we talked to from our old guild still that I can't wait to what do you call?
Rekindle?
Yes, rekindle with in Pantheon. It's a good thing you're here. You're like the straight guy that gets my thoughts ready for me.
There you go.
So, awesome stuff. Why do you guys play MMOs? Go ahead and share that down there. So, question 2, Hayah. I don't know the answer to this, I don't think, unless it was with me.
I don't even think I know the answer yet. So,
actually, name a time you got in trouble in an MMORPG.
There are a lot of times I got in trouble in an MMORPG. There are many that I got in trouble from you, that I've got in trouble with you. Let me talk about this one in particular. There was a night where me and you were tanking in the night hold. I don't know if you'll remember this. Me and you have always had a more or less shorthand or an understanding on how we can speak with each other.
Yes.
If you're following me. And the night was going not so great, and we were losing on a progression fight. And in voice chat in front of, 20-ish guildies, we said some things. And now me and you, we knew where it was at. We knew the score. We were fine.
Yeah.
But the remainder of the guild was a little taken aback by the expression I used. And I felt terrible after, because I had officers coming to me and saying, hey, what happened there? And I'm like, nothing. What's the issue? And they're like, we got a bunch of, stuff going on. People think you and Minus are having a thing. And that was over my head. But it was a time that I got in a little bit of trouble.
I do remember that. I do remember that because I had people coming to me as well. And if you guys have ever been officers or guild leaders, we had a few choice words for each other. I think I probably went a little over the top, which is known to happen when we lose our stability. And so for days people thought it was like mommy and daddy were fighting, right? Because we were co-leads, we were the main tanks. And everyone's like, are we okay? Is Hayah gonna leave? And like
it shook the foundation of what people knew, because that's the way me and him talk off the cuff.
Yeah.
But because of the pressure of the situation, we just kind of went with it in the moment, and people reacted a little strongly to it.
Yeah. I was actually going to throw one out at you at a time you got in trouble. See, this is the bad part when I know you a little
Bring
bit.
it. Let's do this.
So we were doing Fallen Avatar, and I've told you guys quite a few times. Hold on, we got 2 jokes here. I checked the Necromancer forums on Pantheon's site, but it was just dead.
Womp womp.
I'm still going to go with the mummy's joke there.
Yeah, the mummy was better.
And here we go again. Another Dayhawk is all about the Necromancers. I better stop picking with the Necromancers. I don't want them to have a bone to pick with me. And the best part, these are on the fly, so he's got some credit there. So Dayhawk right now going hard for the Larry Fowler Award. Real hard. Going hard. Leading right now, but we'll see what happens. Once again, guys, if you haven't seen the advertisement at the beginning of this video, please stick around to the end here. So, Hayah, I'm going to throw a time you got in trouble, because I'm the one who was responsible for telling you that you were in trouble with me.
Yes.
So we were doing Fallen Avatar, and Hayah is a bit of a perfectionist. Not in a bad way. He's not an elitist. He's very hard on himself. and we happen to be very melee heavy. And for anybody who's ever watched our videos before, Fallen Avatar was a hell of a night. So, there's all the things where you don't want to be near somebody because you drop your circles and you want to have space and you don't want to run into other people. Well, we're melee heavy, and Hayah sneaks all the way into a corner by himself, and the group of melee just keep following him. And they keep dropping stuff on him and killing him, and he's literally freaking out in chat. And we're wiping and we're having a hard time, and all of a sudden you see Hayah die, and he's like, I'm out. Just left, rage quit. And he never rage quits. So I was
I didn't disappear. I
you were in
sent you a
Discord.
message.
Yeah, in Discord, I'm like, what the hell was that? I'm done. I can't handle it. This shit's crazy or something. I can't handle these idiots. Something like that. So I was like, dude, you can't just rage quit. You're an officer. You can't just rage quit. So, yeah, I mean, there's probably
if
a lot.
If I recall correctly, you killed him anyway, right?
Did we kill him without you?
I don't remember, honestly.
No, I don't think we did.
Most likely. Okay. Well, I feel worse.
Probably not, yeah. We can also get into the Ursoc, but we'll save that for another night.
No, let's not do that. That'll be next season. We'll talk about Ursoc.
Next season, guys. Ursoc. Okay, so kind of a big deal. So knowing that Dayhawk has gone strong on the Necromancers, kind of a big deal. It's like, you want to play the Necromancer game? I'll play the Necromancer game. Why did the Necromancer think the graveyard was too noisy? Because of all the coffin. Oh, that's a good one. That's up there with the mummy. We may have a vote on that one. We're mummy versus coffin right now. So good stuff. What's up, Corey? Thanks for joining. I've seen Battle Axe in there. What's up, guys? Okay, so let's go ahead and Aaron, what's up, man? Let's go ahead and we're gonna jump into this and that. So let me go ahead and close the questions out here. Maybe.
Okay.
So this or that. So anybody who hasn't seen our show, I like to do all these questions are pre-rehearsed in every season. So anybody who watches the show or the first person, they're going to get access to the 4 questions we ask that we really go into. So that being the case, there's some time for you to prep and kind of think about what you're doing. I don't want anyone to feel super uncomfortable. But one of the things we do talk about, and I really need chat stepping up on this one, these are this or that's. So we're going to do 10 this or that's. You just say what you think is better or what you like more. They're kind of random. I just grab them from online and have at it. So the first question for you, Hayah, this or that, X-Men or Avengers?
Avengers.
Oh, I disagree so heavily there.
I was never a heavy comic books, graphic novels guy. I really wasn't. So
you go in the movies.
I like what's going on in the MCU. That's about all I got.
Oh, man. X-Men are like my all-time favorite, so we're a little less friends now. Okay. Yeah, that's not a bad thing. So this one's interesting because I think I would have known it, but I actually, when I sat here thinking, I don't know if I do. So if you had to pick between punk, like real punk music, or pop punk, which would you pick?
Punk. Yeah, without hesitation. Yep.
And I was thinking about it, and I'm like, he might pick punk, but then I'm like, I've never heard him talk about a real punk band before. Like, what's a real punk band that you like?
I don't know. I like the anti-establishment idea. Still, as a young lad, I was into that. I still think there's some merits to it now as a not so young lad with family and child and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
We could go to a whole other thing here, but I like punk more than I don't dislike pop punk. Mm-hmm. I really enjoy it, but if I had to pick a winner, it would be.
Well, we all know where I'm at on that one.
Yep.
Pop punk all day, every day. Go Blink.
Yep.
Little
Stay
Ohio.
Pizza.
Yeah. Little Ohio's for lovers. Sort of punk. Pop punk. You are losing right now. Everybody is saying X-Men. There's not one person. Skeleton Jack says Uncanny X-Men was the first comic he ever bought.
Wow.
So here's what's funny. So Battle Axe comes on as Battle Axe, so you don't know if it's punk or if it's deaf. I know it's deaf because he said X-Men, breh. And if you see breh, it's definitely deaf. So deaf, awesome.
It's deaf. It's deaf.
When we got into the punk situation here, Solitude said no punk.
Really?
Skeleton
You don't
Jack,
like damning the man and throwing down the establishment? Man.
Skeleton Jack says misfits equal punk. So that's one he threw out there. And Hayah, you're being requested for a drum solo.
We've talked about this. The trouble with the drum solo is that I don't have a way to play it through speakers and I don't have a way to stream it.
Yeah.
It's in the works, folks. It's in the works. You heard
Oh,
it here.
man. There you go. Okay, this one's fantastic. I actually made this one up after seeing another one.
Okay.
Randy Marsh or Al Bundy?
Randy Marsh, by far.
Oh, that's so tough. You are aware
It
that
is. It's super tough, but
you are aware Al
It's
Bundy
Randy Marsh.
scored, what was it, 3 touchdowns in a single game?
in a single game. Yep.
So why Randy Marsh?
So Al Bundy sits on the couch and scratches his balls. Randy Marsh moves them around in a wheelbarrow. Need I say more?
I think you just won me over. I'm pretty sure you just won me over. If anyone hasn't seen the episode when they lose the internet, the end of that episode, to this day, I'm just shocked was on actual TV.
Was
Spooky
allowed
ghosts.
to air on. Yep.
Oh, we got Solitude with Al Bundy. Ah, man, growing up though, I mean, I love Randy Marsh. I think he's the best character on South Park.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I grew up with Al Bundy though, for sure.
Yeah. Here's 2 more dad jokes. People planning to play a necromancer class need to think twice. It's a dead end job, no health benefits. Dayhawk is the this guy needs to write a book on just but here's the best part. So we got another one from Kind of Big Deal Gaming. Why does the necromancer always pair a demon with a goal? Because demons are a goal's best friend.
Oh, well done.
You like that one?
I do like that one a lot. That might be my new pick for
Oh
lead.
man. Oh man. Okay. He says he's kind of mad at himself. Yeah, the chat here we have Great Vendini, Skeleton Jack, and Solitude are all on the Al Bundy train. I think I gotta go Al Bundy. No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. Yeah. Okay, it's a fair. It's a tough call. It's a tough call. It really is.
This was an interesting one. Coffee or beer? If you could only have one.
Oh. Man, I gotta pick one.
You gotta pick one.
Beer.
Oh man.
Beer.
So I wanna say beer, but I think I'd be in jail without coffee. Like with the amount I need it to like function at my job and function in life.
It's a situation where. Can I change my answer? I'm gonna change coffee. Because you need one to get to the other, if you know what I mean. Like you gotta wake up and you can't have a beer and go to work.
Okay. Solitude
Depending
doesn't
on your
like
work
coffee or
situation,
beer, but she said coffee. Skeleton Jack's beer. I'm on like this stupid diet right now. I've had 1 beer in 25 days.
Let me put a conditional answer on it then. It's coffee just because it leads to beer.
So without beer, that's like chicken and egg, bro.
Which one comes first? Yes.
Oh, there's my dog's barking. Can you guys hear that? Okay,
No, that's my dog.
Oh, is it?
I'm pretty sure that's mine anyway.
I
Yeah.
don't even know. Okay, so next one here: bagels or toast?
Bagels.
Yeah,
Bagels.
cream cheese spread with like the strawberry cream cheese.
Or that.
Great
Yeah.
Vendini said Tim Hortons. Great Vendini, are you from Canada? I've been hearing about this Tim Hortons stuff for ages. I'm gonna be really disappointed when I finally have one. I feel like.
You will be.
So Hayah, can you enlighten everybody here with your Canadian accent, the way that you say you're gonna go get coffee at Tim Hortons?
Can I curse?
Yeah.
You need to do that. It's it. Yeah.
Here comes cursing.
Oh fuck, bud! You gonna go get an XL trip at the Timos?
So
And,
Canadian people out there know what he's talking about. Everyone else is like, what?
Yeah. Well, statistically speaking, Timmy's has gone down the hill in recent years.
Uh-oh.
So it's a little bit more disappointing, but we all do it anyway. Well, a lot of us still do the Timmy's thing as a Canadiana thing.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like it's ingrained in you. You do it.
Exactly. Yeah, they're everywhere, so it's hard to not go to Timmy's.
So we got another one here from Mika. Why all the hate for necromancers? Can a guy raise a family in peace? Solitude says bagels. We got bagels from Great Vendini.
Yep.
He's from Canada.
Bagels
as
are
well.
good.
So
I'm a
there's a
big fan
fellow
of the,
Canadian down there from you.
Oh,
Great
nice.
Vendini, Yeah.
All right.
So
No, I'm a big fan of the garlic cream cheese bagel. Everything bagel, herb and garlic cream cheese.
I go regular bagel with strawberry cream cheese, or I do a cinnamon raisin bagel with regular cream cheese.
Lemon raisin. It's a solid bagel. It
It's
is.
not bad. It's not bad. All right. If you had to play one, dodgeball or kickball?
Dodgeball.
So
Mm-hmm.
I wish I was good at dodgeball because I'd pick dodgeball. I'm not at all. So I'm gonna openly admit
this is me.
that I have small
probably
hands.
on the same boat.
I have small hands. I'm not great at gripping the ball. I'm just gonna be honest. I can catch it. I can evade it. Kickball though, I played hockey my whole life. That's the only thing in shape of my body are my legs. So just I've had it run up there, hurt somebody with a kickball.
I don't think I've played dodgeball since like grade 8, grade 7. I don't know.
Yeah. But let me ask you this, and I'll ask the chat too. So if all your friends right now were like, "Hey, what are you doing today?" Nothing. Hey, there's about 30 of us going down to the field. You want to play some kickball? I'd be like, hell yeah, let's go.
I'd be like, what kind of friends do you have that do this?
It would be so good.
Honestly.
Oh my God, I'd get so excited. I would get so excited. Oh, that would be great. Dodgeball is heavily winning. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Exactly. Yep.
Would you rather have gum or mints?
Gum. Stays with.
We're very different. So I would go mints. I can't chew gum. This is a funny story. I get headaches from chewing gum because I chew it so hard.
Do you work it all the way at the back of the jaw? Is that why? Yeah. Okay.
And I'm just like...
I get that. I do.
I chew gum so hard.
I'm a smoker, so anytime I can't smoke, I'm chewing gum anyway. So that's my pick.
You have Jack here with a joke. Why do necromancers call their minions who don't work hard enough a lazy sack of bones? I like how we're dad joke theme night. That's happened. Everyone is contributing. So, pumpkin or apple pie?
Neither. Can I do that? Is that an option? Can I pick C?
If you want everyone to think you're weird as hell. Neither?
I'm not a sweets guy. I've never been a sweets guy. I'm a salty guy. It's always my snack of choice. I'm sweet enough.
That count as a dad joke? Does that count? Guys, let us know.
It's one of my favorite things to say. Anyone offers me something, no thanks. I'm sweet enough.
Oh no, Stone, keep chatting, man. We want that chat alive. It's the fun part of this. It's a lot more fun than me. So that's one of the reasons we do this. The reason we do this live is to really bring the community together, to joke around down there and get to know each other and make friends. This is more just to be able to bullshit and have some fun up here while we're doing it. So give you guys something worth watching, maybe. I got to tell you, a good apple pie with some ice cream on it. And I agree with you. I am completely salty. I'm going to take Cheez-Its, like goldfish crackers. I mean, me and you both love goldfish crackers, don't we?
Goldfish.
Yeah. So there you go. That was not planned, I swear to God. I know how much this guy loves goldfish.
No, they're there. They're always there.
And did your wife buy them for your daughter now? Is that like a snack for her?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's great, right? So now there's not just a reason for you to have them. You have the backup where you can eat your daughters.
We have this fantastic arrangement, my daughter and I. She's a year and a half old, if that. And I lay on the couch.
Just said pickle pie. And my stomach a little bit was like...
No.
I love pickles.
Ollie, no.
No.
But anyway, back to what I was saying. My daughter, we have this arrangement, and she gets this little Tupperware thing. I'm sure you've seen them if you have children, with a one-way lid, and she feeds me the goldfish while I sit on the couch. It's a good arrangement.
See, this is why you have kids. This is why you have kids.
Yep. It's like hand-fed goldfish crackers.
You'll have to go through hell for a few years at some point, but there'll be the moments when you're sitting there.
To get to this point, once you're there, it's good.
That's awesome. Okay, 2 left. Ketchup or mustard?
Ketchup.
Okay, we agree there. I'm from Pittsburgh. I think I've said it 100 times. Heinz ketchup. If you come at me with that Hunt's bullshit, we're going to have a problem.
I don't even know what that is.
Good. Heinz ketchup, all day, every day, on everything. Awesome. Totally agree there. We'll see what everybody says. I'm going to tell you right now, you better watch your mouth down there if you don't like Heinz ketchup. If anybody
get violent
down there,
about his ketchup.
It's a way of life. It's a way of life. All right, last question for you, Hayah. What do you like more? Vikings or Knights?
Viking.
Okay. Is it because Knights are close to Paladins and you hate Paladins so much?
It's you're not wrong. That's not the reason I would say. Is the brutality of Vikings outshines the chivalry of Knights. Let's put it that way.
So let's tie that in. Do you like you're better with names than Game of Thrones, and you guys can tell me down there. But I'm gonna go Knights, by the way. all the way. You know me enough. You know that I'm going Knights.
I'm gonna end the call now. Bye.
So,
No.
Who's the leader of the Wild Things? Like the reddish blonde hair guys, tough. Or not the Wild Things, Wildlings. The Wild Things.
The Wild Things. The Torment, right? Torment.
Is that his name? Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
Torment
talking about?
Giants.
Big beard, right?
Yep.
If you had to put him, he's like the Viking in that show, the King Viking, and then you say King Knight, which would be like Jamie. If you had to put those two against each other, who are you taking?
Jamie with both hands or Jamie with the gold hand?
Either one. What? I don't want to get too nasty, but what did his right hand man say about his gold hand with the women?
I think Jamie with both hands would take on most 99.9% of characters in the Game of Mythos.
We haven't seen him fight yet with the gold hand, have we?
This is true. So that's still a toss-up.
It's like a shield.
We've seen him train. We've seen him hit people with it, I think. I don't know. It really comes down to pre or post hand severing.
All right, so I'm curious what you guys think down there. If you, first of all, Vikings or Knights, but more importantly, Jamie versus, what's his name? Tormund. Yeah, Jamie all day. Just saying. All right, so that's it for this or that. So thank you guys for, oh man, Skeleton Jack's getting in on this. He does not like me calling him the King Knight. I love the character, but he's a terrible example of a knight. We'll see. One of the fan theories that I personally have crafted since day one, this is a day one minus thing here, I'm just going to be honest. Once I saw what was going on and how much he hates the fact that he had to stab the old king in the back, and he really doesn't like that. I think the only way to end the show, this is not based on anything I've read, this is me making shit up, so if it happens, sorry, but just shows you I'm awesome at this. So I think the end of the show, Cersei's going to win. She's going to be walking to the throne, and he's going to stab her in the back to kill her and make up for being the Kingslayer. And that's going to be the end.
Will it just be called the Queenslayer? Is that where we're going?
No,
with
it'll
this?
end. There's no more story, so we don't have to worry about nicknames. It's over.
Okay.
It's not a real thing.
Fair point.
It's not a real world. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so, yeah, I get you there. Jack says, it depends on the knight. An Arthurian knight versus Game of Thrones knights are very different beasts. So, yeah, I agree with that.
Of course.
Someone said Davos is a good knight.
He is, but he's not much of a fighter.
Is that the Onion? Who's the Onion Knight?
Yeah,
Is that
that's the Onion Knight.
Okay. Dude, I'm so bad with names, you know that. I'm bad with guilty names. I'm bad with it.
Come on.
All right, so let's go ahead and jump into question number 3. So, what's your most emotional MMORPG moment?
I've had several. Most of them were with you as well. I think. Can I do 2 little smaller answers as far as this goes? Let's say for happiness, my most emotional moment in a video game ever, not just MMOs, but was seeing my friends level up as a skill of play, as a overcoming adversity thing. And you'll agree with me here because we used to talk about this at length. After raid nights, or after someone did something spectacular, or just
didn't.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As far as flip side on the sadder scale was when I left WoW, when I left the guild from WoW. That was hard. It really was, because we'd set up this beautiful thing, and I had to walk away. It was hard on me.
Yeah, and if you guys haven't seen any of our videos like this before, where we kind of open up about our past a bit, we left WoW for Pantheon. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. Did WoW falling apart a bit have something to do with it? Yeah, sure it did.
Absolutely.
If if BFA was a better expansion,
we might still be playing.
We'd probably still be playing. It came from one day we were sitting around and I just searched, MMORPGs upcoming, and I stumbled across Pantheon and sent it to Hayah. I said, look at this. And after some talking and wanting to get into this at the ground level and being really excited for it and having this passion for EverQuest like we did, we always used to tell each other stories about our EverQuest moments and saying, man, maybe we can get that back. Yeah, I agree, man. It's the generic answer, obviously, for me, but it's so true. And, if I don't know if anyone from the guild's on, probably not, but, if you didn't see, they just disbanded. So our guild Plus, which is what Pantheon.plus is named after, we started it because our guild name was Plus, and it lasted a good while, a good 6 months without us, which is awesome. But they just merged into another guild so they could have more players playing, and that's tough. I'm not mad, I'm not mad that it's gone. It's just those memories will live on for a while, but it's pretty emotional. So
you invest yourself in something and you build it, and then noticing with the trends of attendance and other whatever metrics you want to call it, that it's time to step away. It was a really hard call for, I think, both of us to make.
Yeah. Kind of going back a little bit to get it less so sad, and but kind of a big deal said that Jaime's arc has been the best. Yeah, I gotta tell you, my two favorite characters in Game of Thrones are Jaime and Cersei. Without them, I don't know if the show would be that interesting. They are such.
I will completely agree. Maybe not that they're my favorite, but they definitely had the most standout arcs throughout, and highs and lows.
And and she's the ultimate villain, right? She's the villain, but
she really is.
But you can side with her on so much. Like, was anybody upset in last season? So we're not spoiling. If you didn't watch last season by now, that was 2 years ago. That's
you're a year and a half too late.
Yeah. When she killed the entire religious cult order, was anybody upset? Everyone was probably like, yeah, about damn time. Nobody was on their side. So she's evil. She does some crazy stuff, but I love her.
Yep. So that's the thing about a good villain. You gotta love them too.
We can get into so much talk about that. I mean, I'm going to go into a couple here because I love talking about good villains. Gangs of New York, Daniel Day-Lewis, the Butcher.
Well, it's been a while, yeah.
Probably one of the best villains I've ever seen. Ever. I don't know what you guys think down there, but if you think of a villain, who do you think of? And then in the grand scheme of like a Marvel villain, nobody's better than Magneto. In all comics, I'd probably put Magneto at the top. So, I don't know.
I can't disagree.
Okay, so we're going to go into our last question here. So we've kind of talked a little bit about it, but you've never really been one that's come out and kind of talked about this as much as I have. So, what is it? You just brought up the moment of leaving the guild. So why were you ready to do something that was that tough, and why do you believe so much in Pantheon?
I am a firm believer in the clean slate, in the new iteration of something, and we touched on it briefly in the last answer too, but to get in at the ground level on something and to get involved and start anew was really appealing, as well as, because let's face it, I started my MMO career began early on, and I spent a lot of my development years in EverQuest. I started that when I was my early teens, and to see something that could be similar to that was enticing, and then to see something that we could start anew with, and we can get in and experience it from the get-go, which is what I missed. I wasn't old enough to play EverQuest when it was brand new. That was enticing to me. I really like what we know so far, and I just look forward to being there when everything opens up.
So, I think that a lot of times, and this isn't a knock on you, but because I do a lot more like video content, and it's a little tougher for you to do it right now, a lot of people look at me and I think it's fading a little bit because we've approached some topics where we've announced some things we don't like. But I would say I'm very positive about Pantheon. I'm a very positive person. You know me. If we're going in on something, the negatives aren't going to outweigh my excitement. I don't care what it is. So me, no matter what happens here, I'm gonna be playing Pantheon. Somebody jokingly said to me, "What if it comes out and it's really bad?" Now, first of all, let me be very clear. I don't think that's even a possibility. But even if it was, I'm still gonna be playing it and making videos because I'm invested. I'm in. I believe in it. And man, there's a lot of people right now that are frustrated by the pushbacks, right? By wanting more content in the newsletters. For someone like me, I don't mind it because we're trying to build something here. We're learning a lot. Personally, like how to video edit and what kind of content to do and digging around. It's this fun mini game while we wait, and I'm enjoying it greatly right now. It hasn't gotten tired.
I really like the way you put that. It's a mini game in itself. Yes.
Yeah. So the digging into the culture, making relationships with people like Mika, like Battle Axe, like Jack, Solly, just those people that I talk to on a pretty regular basis. I don't believe this game's going to fail. I believe in the vision. I think some people have been misinformed when they say, well, Brad doesn't deliver. That's probably the most ridiculous comment I've ever heard. War Wizard was, for its time, seen as a really cool game. EverQuest is probably one of the greatest games ever released. And Vanguard, everyone who's played it, everyone who's played Vanguard loves it. It just had a really bad launch, right?
Yep.
But everyone who stuck through that bad launch and played it really loved the vision of the game. That wasn't Brad's fault. That was Sony's fault, right, for pushing it out. And Microsoft was not helping either. When I look at Brad's resume, how do you not believe in what he's doing? He's made maybe the greatest game that had the greatest impact, at least on this genre, ever. I mean,
I agree.
So pretty excited about it. So, Jack says his biggest concern right now is about Pantheon is still, having a content drought. Just kind of hoping there's enough content there. Guys, like I said, we might be waiting a year and a half to 2 years. That's how it's going to work. And I've accepted it. Do I wish I could play tomorrow? I think anybody who knows me and the excitement and the time I put into this game, they know how bad I want to play this game. That's not a debate, but I've had to separate my own personal wants and needs now. And I keep saying that what I sacrifice now in waiting will be worth the years of memories I hope to get, like I did in WoW, like I did in EQ. And that's ultimately what's most important. I don't want to play it for a year and be done and move on. I don't want it to be Secret World. I don't want it to be Rift. I don't want it to be Blade and Soul. I want it to be the next EverQuest/WoW, so I can play it for years and years. So, Hayah, so normally would say, hey, bro, how does everybody get a hold of you? So that's not really needed here. So you guys are on our channel now. If you like it, please subscribe. Yep. We're nearing 700. And, guys, listen, there's a lot of thoughts out there on like, when people just want to monetize and make money. I'm going to be open and honest. We'd like to make money someday. I put a shit ton of time into this. If I can make a couple bucks.
He really does.
If I could show my wife that I'm making a little bit of money, it's going to help my marriage that much more. Because I put so much time. But the other end of it is we never thought we could get this big this quickly. And again, some people say 700 is not big for us. It's getting near 700 is huge for me. I said it would probably take us a few years to get to 1,000. It looks like we're not far off. So thank you guys. I hope we keep earning your subscriptions. It's just a big deal, and I don't know if you saw, I haven't checked it recently, but we were at 299 Twitter followers all day. Today we jumped to 299. So we're about to hit 300 Twitter followers. And, in more than anything, Pantheon Plus is not about us sitting here talking to each other. It's about the community. It's about, and guys, please, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Check out Battle Axe Theater. You guys have all seen Chris Kane. He's awesome.
Shop around. There's so much out to see about
really
this, and so many good people involved. It's worth having a poke around the internet to see what's out there for this.
Nathan, Nathan's Nathan. I someday, guys, me and Nathan went on a tear in Discord because we're in a Discord together to discuss content and everything. And Tess asked for some voices. Hey, did you catch any of that?
I did. I caught most of that going on. It was great.
So do you guys want to hear one? Should I play one? Okay, so
you can play one. I'm
going to play one through my speakers here. I'm going to try not to cover you up, Hayah, so bear with me, guys. But this is a recording. We were making recordings joking to complain or ask questions about Pantheon for a Standing in Fire podcast bit. And it was awesome. And what she was hoping for is everybody from the community would send her one. Well, you have me and Nathan. It gets out of control. And me and Nathan both made about 15 different ones. But here's one that I laughed at. I hope you guys can hear this. Here we go. I'm going to stay quiet. Hey, VR, will there be a breast slider? I'm just asking for a friend. Hey, VR. So, I don't know. Hopefully you guys could hear that. It was a little quiet. I'm going to play it one more time. I'll turn the volume up. This one is one I made about breast sliders. Pantheon. Did you hear this one, Hayah? So here, I'm going to play it one more time. I turned the volume up. Will there be a breast slider? I'm just asking. Hey, VR. So, well, there'll be a breast slider. I'm just asking for a friend. But we made a ton of those. It's pretty funny. If you guys haven't seen them, at one point we'll put them out there. But my biggest thing here is let's do it right. Let's do it right. Let's have fun. So let me just make sure I mention everyone. Standing in Fire podcast, Voices of Terminus. These guys have been doing it for 3 years. Listen, in 3 years, if anyone complains about not agreeing with an opinion, I don't know how the hell you think for 3 years you're going to agree with everything. 3 guys that are from the opposite side of the world of a lot of us, you're not going to agree with everything. You're not going to agree with us all the time. And me and Hayah make it very clear. We want your comments. We want you to challenge us. We want you to correct
We don't even
us.
agree with each other half the time. So,
No. Again, the whole thing with Pantheon Plus is this. It's about community. So please check out. We don't exist without these people. Mika has just joined us. Mika does stuff. Awesome. It's such a great attitude. Such a good dude. I love the production quality of his videos. If you haven't seen him, give him a follow. Check him out on Twitter. Check him out on YouTube. If you guys like what we're doing, we do it because of them. These people support us. At the end of the day, our content is cool. We have fun with it. But at the end of the day, Pantheon.plus is what it's all about. That's what we made first. We did that idea first, and we said, okay, let's try to make some content. And we hope we're doing okay. But check them out. You don't have to follow everybody. You're not going to like everybody in the community, but give them a look. And if you do, give them a subscription. We're going to keep trying to do this. We're going to keep trying to do stuff together. It's been really fun, man. So, Hayah, thank you. You're the first live interview ever. It's on the finale. Guys, real quick, it doesn't mean we're not doing live shows anymore. We want to change the format up. We have some side projects we want to work on. We're still very focused on our Thursday video content. If you didn't hear the beginning of this Thursday, we have finalized our video for discussion on guilds. Really want to hear what you guys think about that. We go into quite a bit about guilds, very passionate about guilds. And this Thursday, we're going to be recording a video on the 12 skill system, which I am really excited to talk about. And I think we're even going to dig into one class randomly and talk about how we'd set their skills up. I say randomly, but I think we're probably gonna do shaman because they have so many. But we're gonna dig into one class and say
we should do monk.
Monk has 12 abilities. That's about it. So everybody, thank you. So before we go, this is important. We're on a delay, so let's keep that in mind. So we have to bullshit for a bit. I need the chat to let us know. We have 2 people right now in the running for the coveted Larry Fowler Award. We have Dayhawk with his joke about mummies. And we have Kind of a Big Deal Gaming with his joke about because demons are a goal's best friend. So
do you want to hear my pick?
Yeah, so Hayah, what are you going to pick? Chat, you tell us who wins. So Hayah, you go.
My pick is the demons are a ghoul's best friend. That was classy.
It's pretty good. Dayhawk, the mummy's joke's pretty good. All right, so we're going to give it a couple seconds here because we know there's a delay. I want to see what you guys think. Druids F13 suck it minus from Militus. He's going to regret it. This video is recorded. Militus will regret playing a druid. Hear me? I will put money on it. He won't admit it to me, but someone won't hear it. And he's going to say, man, I wish I made a cleric. I'm going to tell you. So if we don't get any votes, we're going to go with our guest. So what do you guys think? Kind of a Big Deal Gaming, or are we going with Dayhawk? Again, I'll give it about 15 seconds, and then we're going to re-roll our beginning advertisement featuring Boom. It's quieting down. I think people are like, I think they're done. We're leaving.
We got to vote for Kind of a Big Deal.
Okay. All right, it looks like Kind of a Big Deal. So Kind of a Big Deal. We don't have a graphic yet, but when we come back, we're going to have the Larry Fowler Award graphic. It's going to be beautiful. There's going to be like confetti everywhere. So Kind of the Larry Fowler Award. Maybe we'll get someone to voice that over so we can play that sound clip. Okay, Kind of a Big Deal Gaming is our current Larry Fowler Award champion. Dad joke. We got to get off Druids next time, or off of Necros next time we do this, though. We can't just forever have Necromancer.
Branch it out a little bit.
Yeah, let's make fun of Druids. They look easy to make fun of.
There you go.
Or summoners. Okay, so everybody, thank you so much. As I said, we're going to roll our advertisement from the beginning. If you haven't seen this, I think it's gold. This one features Boom Tap from Standing in Fire. Thank you, everybody. Hayah, thank you, man. Especially for doing it live.
Hey, I had a great time here. Thanks for having
Right, it's
me.
pretty easy once you get flowing. At first, you're a little nervous, but
That's where it is, right? The initial nerves are over, and then it just kind of happens.
okay, guys. So here is our advertisement, and thank you guys so much. If you haven't seen this, you should love it.
Thanks for tuning in.
Remember when Tinder changed the game? Well, hold on to your asses, interwebs, because Standing in Fire Incorporated is changing it again. Introducing Boom's Tapper, the world's first application which allows you to show your love for games. Who needs a physical companion when sharing your digital love is much more important this day and age? This is the 21st century, after all. As the app's creator BoomTap always says, what a great time to be a gamer.
Welcome